If you or a loved one are struggling with type 2 diabetes, you should visit the link in the description below. This clinically proven, drug-free program lowers blood sugar to a normal level and can completely reverse type 2 diabetes within just a few weeks. Here's today's video.
The question, what food habits cause diabetes? Answer by Pradeep Gaj. 1. Sugary drinks. Having sugary drinks will lead to weight gain as they provide empty calories with less or no nutrients. This will increase the risk for type 2 diabetes. Thus, one should avoid sugary drinks and prefer healthy drinks such as buttermilk, lemonade or fruit juices. 2. Skipping breakfast. Skipping breakfast on daily basis disrupts the insulin level and you're likely to eat more in lunch, which in turn will lead to weight gain. 3. Junk/processed food. Having processed or junk food on daily basis such as bread, toast, chips, pizza and burgers, instant and ready-to-eat food items is harmful. These foods are high in GI index and have no dietary fiber. 4. Consuming unhealthy fats. Consuming trans fat found in junk food and packaged food items is harmful to the body. The fat intake, oil intake, should not be more than 12 kilograms per person per month and intake of saturated fat should be less than 7%. Saturated fats are found in red meats and dairy products. 5. Having desserts post-dinner particularly before going to bed is not a good idea and can be a stepping stone for diabetes. Unhealthy food habits do not directly cause diabetes, it will lead to weight gain, obesity, which is one of the risk factors for type 2 diabetes. Thus one should have a balanced diet, have plenty of salad, avoid junk food, have small and frequent meals, and should exercise regularly for 30 to 45 minutes. Answer by Vivek Kadambi. Regular consumption of foods that cause metabolic and hormonal imbalances can lead to diabetes. These include poor quality carbohydrates, junk foods, processed foods, sugary drinks, sodas, bakery products, refined sugar. Irregular meal times and excessive quantity also contributes to diabetes. Eating freshly home-cooked meals, consuming vegetables and fruits that are regional and seasonal can help prevent diabetes. It is equally important to eat in a timely manner and avoid prolonged fasting. Simultaneously one must optimize key nutrients through supplementation. Bell Sante Diagnostic and Therapeutic Institute Private Limited. Answer by Rajinder Bala. Drinking water and other fluids in morning and after more than 10 minutes after a meal causes diabetes. In this case hydration-dehydration routines will help lower the blood sugar and BP. In some cases drinking water only with meals also cause diabetes. In this case opposite of the above will help. Hydration will help. In this case drink most of your fluids on empty stomach. To understand complete picture read till end. Hydration-dehydration cycles and walk and rest routines can cure BP and diabetes in 7 days or less. One can stop medicines for diabetes and BP in 2 to 3 days and watch the results 23 times in a day. Those drinking tea should first give up tea and wait to try this option. Tea withdrawal symptoms will wean away in 7 days. While giving up tea and trying these options will confuse the people. They may experience headache and nausea and attribute that to BP and diabetes symptoms. Remember BP and diabetes have no symptoms. But if you are confident you can give up tea and try these suggestions at the same time. Brief introduction to hydration-dehydration cycles and walk and rest routines and what these can do in various health conditions. Diabetes symptoms are increased thirst, frequent urination, weight gain. Thirst is caused when the blood volume is reduced. So the first target for management of diabetes should be to increase blood volume. Once thirst is managed, frequent urination will automatically stop. Urination will reduce because in the absence of thirst a person may drink much less water. Moreover, when you start dehydration step, drinking water with meals only, you will stop feeling thirsty. In about 10 days you will have enough saliva in your mouth and you will not feel thirsty even if you do not drink even a drop of water for 24 hours. With that you will cure first symptom of diabetes and BP. Those who do not have the above symptoms should try hydration first instead of dehydration. Basically they should reverse the cure. BP and diabetes are caused due to imbalance in fluids levels in various fluid compartments. Drinking water with meals can improve health in following ways. This question had troubled me for more than 15 years. I changed various formats of drinking water. I drank water on empty stomach for a good 10 years or more. I used to avoid drinking water with meals. Results: whitish layer on tongue. Increased sensation of thirst with passage of time. Thick saliva. The taste of food was impaired. I did not like the taste of most of the food that once I used to like. So 3 months back I decided to drink 200 to 300 milliliters water with each meal. Results shocked me. I stopped feeling thirsty. Saliva volume increased tenfold. Food started tasting better. There seemed to be significant improvement in the sharpness of brain. Not drinking water for 36 hours was very easy. The first argument against drinking water with meals is that it will dilute the stomach acids. I do not think that is right. Stomach acids are produced after we eat food. Based on the volume of food and type of food that we eat, stoma-CH acids are produced. If we take 50% of our normal meal, there will be 50% acids that will be there in stomach. Same way if we eat non-veg, the amount of acids that stomach will have will be far more as compared to when we eat veg food. Same way water taken along with meal will become part of the food and stomach acids will be adjusted accordingly. Let us first understand about what is there in our body. 65 to 75% of body weight is fluid, 15% of body weight is bones, 5% could be waste sitting in large and small intestines waiting to be excreted. Rest is fats, muscles and other molecules. So going by weight, volume, fluid should be most important. Otherwise also bones, fat and muscles are fed the nutrients supplied by fluids. They all, bones, muscles etc., are stationary. It is the fluid which moves from one place to another. So we need to control and understand the working of fluids. This fluid is there in 3 major compartments. Of the total fluid, 10% is blood. Rest of 90% fluid is there in cells and in space between cells. Blood, 10% of total fluid, feeds the nutrients to rest of 90% fluids. So 10% increase in fluid in cells will lead to 100% increase in blood sugar. Think what will happen if 90% of the fluids fall short of minerals and carbs. Now understand that almost 70% of the minerals and carbs are manufactured in the body itself with the help of other minerals, hormones and enzymes. Think again, if there is shortage of blood glucose in 90% of the fluids, the body, liver, will raise glucose in the blood by assigning top priority to convert everything into glucose. Glucose is the single most important nutrient needed in our body. No diabetic dies due to excessive blood glucose. They die when body fails to meet the requirement of glucose. When there is shortage of energy, heart and other vital organs do not get enough energy to operate optimally. Heart attack and cholesterol is never caused by anything but by excessive fluids caused due to insufficient energy supplied to the heart to push the fluids with required force. Heart stops working due to lack of energy and not due to clotting. Clotting takes place when heart stops working. The explanation of drinking water with meals is as under. When we eat food, our stomach produces acids and other enzymes to convert the food and other liquids into a paste. This paste is passed on to small intestines. Small intestine is connected to blood veins. The minerals, carbohydrates, fats, proteins, water, enzymes, and other nutrients are absorbed in small intestines and moved to liver for further processing. After processing in liver, the mineralized blood is sent to kidney for balancing of the minerals. Any minerals found to be out of correct proportions are filtered out. First benefit of this will be that blood volume will increase as more fluids will be absorbed with minerals because of more water content in the food. Second, there will be better absorption of minerals, proteins, carbs and fats etc. When we drink water on empty stomach, there will be acid production in stomach. The water will not be absorbed in small intestines. If we drink water after more than 10 minutes after a meal, the water will not form part of the paste. Now take an example. Take some toothpaste in a bottle. Add some water to that. Now shake the bottle for 15 minutes. After shaking for 15 minutes, you can see watering particles of paste separately. This water will not be absorbed in small intestines. Even the absorption of minerals will be low due to formation of crystal of paste. That is what will happen in our stomach. So we should drink water in the middle of a meal. Or rather spread out the water evenly throughout the meal. So drinking water with meals should help cure varicose veins problem and other health conditions associated with poor blood circulation as well as anemia. It should also help improve the skin. It should remove the dark eye spots and improve eyesight. It can improve cataract as well. It can prevent prostate cancer as well. There are 1,000s of possibilities. But I remember very clearly that when I increased my water intake and started drinking on empty stomach, all the health problems were cured in less than 10 days. Same result I saw with lot of other people also. That is an indication that drinking water on empty stomach is meant to remove metabolic toxins. So we do need to drink water on empty stomach as well after every few days. Diabetes cure and weight loss. When we drink water or any other liquid after more than 10 minutes after a meal, The water and other liquids are not absorbed in small intestines, in the absence of stomach acids. Stomach acids are produced only in response to food and not in response to water and other liquids. The liquids and water are passed on the large intestines. In large intestines also the excess water and vitamins are absorbed. However, the large intestine does not absorb any minerals, carbohydrates, fats and proteins. This water is passed on to intracellular fluids. No processing is done by liver and kidneys. This is kind of direct reach to the body fluids which are passed on to cells. Over a period of time, the intracellular fluids around the large intestines become devoid of most of the minerals. These fluids are also stripped off the essential glucose. In the absence of glucose, the metabolic rate falls, which causes increase in blood sugar to compensate for the lack of glucose in intracellular fluids. Absence, or lack, of glucose in interstitial fluids will cause flight of fluids from blood, making a person feel thirst all the time. That gets converted into diabetes in due course of time. Not drinking any fluids except with meals will dehydrate the large intestine and surrounding areas of excess fluids. This will result in increase in metabolic rate. It will also help reduce intracellular water. Average total intracellular fluid makes up about 30 to 50 liters of fluid. That means a loss of 5 liters of intracellular fluid can be brought in about 30 days. That is the fastest and safest weight loss that is possible. But weight loss is not happening? I am expecting it come later. Body goes through a process of adjustment. There are obvious improvements. Weight loss will follow. The increase in blood volume may cause weight gain initially. As the metabolic rate picks up, the weight loss will be there. The excess water reaching in large intestine is the cause for prostate problems. Read my blog for detailed explanation about the role of fluids in our body. My blog in brief. Chronic mineral imbalance in blood leads to low metabolic rate, resulting in aging and age-related diseases like blood sugar, blood pressure and heart disease, etc. To correct mineral imbalance, do hydration-dehydration cycles, and to increase resting metabolic rate, do walking and rest routines as detailed on my blog. Read my blog for more details or watch my YouTube videos at Rajinder Bala. To increase resting metabolic rate, RMR, do the following. Walk for 5 minutes at easy pace within your home in the morning. After walking, rest for 510 minutes in bed. Repeat the above 3 times in the morning, afternoon, evening and at night before sleeping. So that makes for 12 walk and rest routines, or 5 by 12 equals 60 minutes of walk for the entire period. One can do it selectively during weekdays and on working days only in the morning and at night. The idea about walking is that it mobilizes energy, and before the entire mobilized energy is spent, we rest. In such a case, a part of the mobilized energy becomes available for vital organs. Doing walking and rest routines takes care of aging-related diseases as well. Hydration-dehydration cycles. Day 1 to 3, drink 200 to 300 milliliters water with every meal. Total fluids intake on these days should not exceed 600 milliliters to 900 milliliters. Day 4 to 6, drink 300 milliliters water every 2 hours from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Total fluid intake 1,800 milliliters. Day 7, no fluids to be taken on this day. I am not sure of day 7. Whether to observe complete dehydration or drinking water as per day 6. So please give feedback so that I can reach a conclusion and help others in right direction. Complete dehydration has cured a lot of diseases in past. But that could also be the result of frequent hydration-dehydration cycles wherein I was not drinking any water with the meals. That seems to be a direct result of hydration and dehydration days. Drinking water with meals and abstaining on some days drinking without meals help diabetes and BP within 7 days. Results in 3 to 4 days are shocking for BP and diabetes. Repeat after 7 days till you are completely free of diabetes. Hopefully, in case of pre-diabetics, this will work in 15 to 30 days, completely reversing the diabetes. After you get free of diabetes and your blood sugar reading are back to normal, you can start drinking water at any time, but keeping in view the above principles. Sugar contains 50% glucose and 50% fructose. Taking small doses of sugar is very healthy for diabetics. Small half spoon of sugar will be very good idea to get rid of diabetes at an early date. But in case you have any apprehension about taking sugar, you can avoid that. Not drinking water on empty stomach will take care of the reduced glucose levels in the body. The big question that one may be interested to know will be, why should then a person drink water on empty stomach or at any time other than meal? Initial results indicate that water reaching large intestines help removing the metabolic waste. So that is also equally important. Sugar, food etc. has no bearing on diabetes and blood sugar management. 1 to 2 persons have reported reversal of diabetes in less than 10 days. Also read my blog for detailed explanation of how the above steps ensure perfect health. Feedback will help a lot of people out there. Based on my discussions with core members who called me, I found that 50% or more people who have diabetes and blood pressure drink 3 or more cups of tea regularly, and remaining 50% people drink water on empty stomach or their water intake is more than 2 liters per day. Read my profile for up-to-date information on hydration, dehydration cycles and walk and rest routines. Some other points to take care. Do not drink any water with sweets. Do not drink any tea, green or black. Do not overeat. Do not stop eating sugar. Eat small doses of sugar every day. What causes drop in blood sugar levels? The blood volume increases by drinking water with meals. That brings down the blood sugar by 20 to 40 points in 2 to 3 days. Not drinking water on empty stomach reduce the fluid stored in cells and in space between cells by 1 liter or more per day. That brings down the blood sugar by 10 to 20 points daily. On April 19, 2018, I discussed starting a 30-minute program on Sugary channel on curing eczema, diabetes, BP, PCOS and migraine for Indians in and around Delhi. The cost of the channel for airtime is 5 rupees lakhs per month. I can offer advertisement slots during the period for Indian businesses. However, since I do not believe in medicine systems, I will not take advertisements from health sector. Anybody willing to sponsor the program for 2 to 3 months will be highly appreciated. I am willing to work on sharing basis. I am hopeful of making the program a huge success. I expect the program to generate revenue of more than 20 rupees lakhs per month in 3 months' time. Advertisement agencies are welcome to work on this. Other option is make it a reality program wherein we invite patients to cure them and give live footage of changes every day. In this we may charge patients Rs. 10k to Rs. 20k. The cost of airtime plus boarding lodging of patients will be 15 rupees to 20 lakhs. Anybody interested in crowdfunding the program is most welcome.